Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome to another Who Review Flux Thoughts. So I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and it's another week, another episode. So we're halfway in now. 3 episodes done, 3 more episodes to come. That wasn't meant to rhyme. Anyway, this week's chapter 3, Once Upon a Time. So more or less carrying on from last week's episode, we see the Doctor think fast, and she goes into these. She basically gets caught up in time as time's falling apart, and Dan is 1 minute he's like in Liverpool, the next he's not, and same with Vinda and Yaz. The Doctor's trying to get them together and put them in their time zones where they are likely to be safe, whilst the Doctor is in a memory of her own that she doesn't quite remember. And in her reflection, she sees herself as the fugitive Doctor. Oh, and by the way, I should have warned that there are going to be spoilers in this review. So, yes, she sees herself as the fugitive Doctor in her memory. So we basically know that this is all from her past, the fugitive Doctor. And they're basically going back to the whole timeless child thing, I think, from last year. We still get Swarm and his sister in there, and we also follow another one, a woman called Belle, who I'm thinking, who is this woman? What's she got to do with this story? We actually find out that she is the love interest of Vinda, and she's carrying his child. And Vinda, we got a bit more on him, who we've also followed in this series. And we also have Weeping Angels involved with this, like at the end. A Weeping Angel takes control of the TARDIS that's been stalking Yaz. And also we get a cameo from the Daleks, which I weren't expecting, but yeah, we got to see the Daleks in this for a brief moment. And also the same with the Cybermen, we got some brief meetings with them. We had the Cybermen in there, in a brief scene. So don't let the whole preview of the episode mislead you there. So basically, the Doctor also knows this dog guy that we've been following as well with Dan. And basically the Flux is still at large and it's doing its worst. And we find out as well that the Flux isn't a natural disaster. Anyway, that's enough on the story. Let's get to my likes and dislikes. So first of all, I liked Jodie Whittaker in this, and Mandip Gill and John Bishop. I thought our cast were good in this. And I thought some of the visuals were great. Now we go to my negatives, because I do have a negative lot to say in this one. I personally thought this episode was confusing. And it was. It was a confusing episode. Maybe one of those that you have to watch... excuse me. that you have to watch more than once. But yeah, I could not make head to tail of it. We see that Victorian gentleman again. Like I say, it was confusing, and I could not make head to tail of this episode. I could tell this was basically a filler episode, and up to now has been the weakest episode in this series. I just thought, yeah... and also I feel that they were really, really reliant over the digital effects in this. So many of them. At some point you could tell they were green screen and everything. And basically a lot of what was going on took me out of the story. I've got to say that. It really did take me out of the story with everything that was going on. Like, so many different things going on at once, and I found that confusing, and I don't like it when it does this, makes it complicated, hard to understand, and just basically, like I said, unable to make head to tail of it. And that is, this has basically been a little bit of a rant, but I'm just giving you my honest opinion here, what I thought of the episode. And I think it's, like I said, it's been the weakest one so far. But, yeah, so do I have anything else to add on to this? We see the TARDIS again. Like I said, a Weeping Angel hijacks it. So next week's episode is definitely on the Weeping Angels, and we get to see Claire again, what we saw in the first episode. Now, I thought she was played by Daisy Ridley, but that's not actually her. I can't remember the actress's name, but she is an actress that I am familiar with, and she looked so much like Daisy Ridley, I easily mistaked her for that. So just to confirm that to you all. So my ratings, I'll give the performances I'll give them a 7. The writing, that I'm giving it a 6. The visuals, I'll give them a 7. My personal, I'm giving this one a 7 because, like I said, I didn't really. This one really took me out of the story. It was complicated and there was just too much going on. But others may have a different opinion. This is just mine alone. So there you are. So that's it for this week's episode of the Flux Thoughts. So yeah. If you've seen this one, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Do you have a different opinion to me? If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been Who Review Flux Thoughts on Chapter 3, Once Upon a Time. So until next time, run for your life. Yeah.